last week at Superkick'd Unlisted. It was the Diamond Tiger, Kobe Durst, going toe-to-toe with Stratosphere. Kobe Durst was out to prove he's the king of the Superkick jungle. However, Stratosphere would have something to say about that. Stratosphere coming off of a victory over Tony Adams in Tony's dirty style boxing match. It would be Stratosphere connecting with this decapitating knee, leading to Stratosphere ultimately destroying the Diamond Tiger and picking up the 1, 2, 3 and the victory. In the main event, it was the key to the city holder, the Reaper, Mike Marston, going to war with one half of the Kings of the Six, Darrius King. Darrius King is the first of a couple of roadblocks that Mike Marston is going to have to face on his road to the Superkick Championship. For Darrius King, though, he wanted to be more of a dead end for Mike Marston. Darrius King and Mike Marston would prove that they are the cream of the crop here at Superkick. And for Darrius King, he would be inches away from victory. Just when the Superkick champion Solo Ali would show up and try to distract Mike Marston. But the Reaper kept his focus and claimed another soul. Superkick Championship might be next for the Reaper. This is Superkick'd Unlisted!
Solo, you remember last week, huh? When you came into my match and I still defeat your boy. Guess what? Where you at? Huh? Where you at this week? Because I'm not patient at all. This, I'm gonna cash it in. You know that I am the next Superkick champion. And this will be soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Superkick'd Unlisted. And welcome to Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm the voice of Superkick, Chris Morrison, and you are joining us here tonight on YouTube. Though right now is the queen of the Six. And she is without her badass championship, which is in possession of Blake. That's right, I'm talking about Taylor Rising. We've seen Anna in the ring before with Taylor Rising, Alexia Nicole. Can Anna get it done? My sources are telling me that Anna has been training. She's been studying. She's been preparing. Will that all lead to victory? Side headlock right now by Anna. Taking over Taylor Rising. Taylor Rising, head scissors though, counter. And Anna kicking out. Taylor Rising now, side headlock. Taking that Anna down to the mat. It looked like Anna was going for a head scissor of her own, just couldn't get her legs over. Anna though now showing some fight with Taylor Rising. Shoots her across the ring. Shoulder tackle by the badass champ. Taylor Rising now, up and over Anna goes. Taylor Rising now, blocking the hip toss attempt. And it's Taylor Rising with a hip toss of her own. What a match we have to kick things off here at Superkick'd Unlisted. Taylor Rising, Irish whip, Anna counters, up and over. And it's Anna now. Russian leg sweep. Beautifully executed. Right to the guts of Taylor Rising. Anna now hitting the ropes. Bulldog! I think Anna might have it here. Hooks the leg, referee down. But Taylor Rising kicking out. Anna looking good in this match. And maybe for Anna, fourth time is a charm. Anna now, Irish whip, Taylorizing into the ropes, up she goes, Hurricane Rana! Beautiful by Taylorizing. Taylorizing connects with a drop kick. Favoring her back though. Taylorizing now, hitting the ropes, crosses, oh, a 4-1-6 there by Taylorizing. And now, taking the elevator to the top floor. The Queen of the Six leaps, but the pool was empty. Oh, and I think Taylorizing hurt her leg. Anna for the cover. And if you're Anna, you might have Taylorizing right where you want her. Maybe a slight back injury, maybe even a knee injury. Suplex up and over. Up and over the hard way for Taylorizing. Anna now setting up once again. Perhaps another suplex. No, it's Taylorizing fighting out. Oh, and a chop. Those are stiff chops right across the chest of Anna. Irish whip. Anna counters. Taylorizing now. Kick right to the gut. Anna now setting up another suplex. Snap. Taylorizing up and over. Hooks the leg for the win. Oh, the Queen of the Six there, kicking out. And now she's got Anna right in the center of the ring. Will Anna tap? Taylorizing just trying to rip her arm right off her body. Anna trying to fight out of this. Oh, that was a stiff knee right to the back of the head. And we know Taylorizing has had issues in the past. Oh, double clothesline, both women down. And as I mentioned, Taylorizing suffered a head injury thanks to Blake with that cheap shot knockout.
3, 4.
And I think maybe a little worse for wear right now in this match is Taylorizing. Anna swinging wildly, missing. Taylorizing does not miss with that clothesline. Anna doubles her pleasure.
Go, Anna!
Anna now back to her feet. Taylorizing, blocking the kick. What a suplex! Breaking Anna in half. Hooks the leg, referee down, but can only get a 2.
Let's go. You're done.
And you can hear Taylorizing to Anna, you're done. Oh, but wait, Anna might have something to say about that. Anna now with Taylorizing. Irish whip. Taylorizing into the ropes. Oh, what a big boot! And Anna pleased with herself with that one. Now, short DDT. Is this it for Anna? Her first victory here at Superkick'd. No, Taylorizing denying that. But you gotta give it up to Anna in this match. She looks fantastic. The fight, the desire, and now with Taylorizing up on her shoulder. Oh, Taylorizing catching Anna with those elbows. Taylorizing over the forearm. Taylorizing scooping up Anna now. Oh, up and over. Fall away slam. Cover. Hooks the leg for the win. And Taylorizing has done it. Taylorizing connecting with the exploder suplex. Unbelievable devastation. Taylorizing, another victory. The badass champion, the Queen of the Six, helping Anna up to her feet. A valiant effort by Anna. But it's once again back to the drawing board. What is next for Anna? Right now, though, we are gonna hear from Swagged Out
Mike Marston, my man. How you doing?
Bonjour.
Salud.
Mr. Key to the city
like that.
himself, eh?
Yeah.
Rolling around here with that key, telling it like he's hot shit.
Hot French shit.
Listen, man, I got some good news for you. I got some bad news, okay? Good news. I'm sure you already know this. You're a key to the city. You got that. We all know what that means. You get to challenge me for this right here whenever you want, whenever you feel like it. But hey, I got some bad news for you too, man. Some disappointing shit. Listen, had this friendly competition with an old friend of mine, Olympic gold medalist, Donovan Bailey. You guys know him, right?
Yeah.
He's an old friend of mine.
Real
You know, we were
close.
just doing our thing, chilling. We had a little friendly race. You know me. I get competitive, man. What can
Yeah,
I
he
say?
does. He does. He
It's
gets.
nature.
Yeah. Top tier.
Pulled my hamstring. I mean,
You know what? You don't have to just roll the footage.
Blocks and ready to go. Explosive start by Johnson. Pretty good start by Donovan Bailey. Bailey on the lead. Bailey on the lead, and Johnson has pulled up lane. Bailey will win it easily. Johnson has pulled up lane. What a tragic finish. After all of the hype and all of the war of words, Johnson pulled a muscle.
You saw it for yourself, Mike? You pushed too hard,
hey,
You pushed too hard.
You saw it yourself, right? Your eyes ain't lying to you, buddy. Listen, I'm going to speak with my doctor. Don't know how long I could be out for. Maybe a week, maybe a year. I don't know. Speak to a doctor. I'll let you know as soon as possible, all right? Take care, Mike.
Take it easy, Mike.
Unbelievable. Stalling out of the Super Kick champion, Solo Ali, claiming to have a lower body injury after his race with Donovan Bailey. More on that later, but right now, Darrius King making his way to the ring. And it's gonna be Darrius King taking on Bruce James here tonight. And we've seen Darrius King in the past having a couple epic bouts with Jesse V. For Darrius King, he looks ready, focused. And I wish I could say the same for Solo Ali, who looks like he's more focused on dodging death than he is getting in the ring with the Reaper Mike Marston. And here he is though, Bruce James, with squeegee in hand. Bruce James out here without Tony Adams, without Homeless Brooks. But he does have the squeegee, his friend, his mentor. Referee checking out Darrius King. Now, checking over Bruce James, checking for any foreign objects. A very thorough check too, might I add. And this is going to be legit right now. Bell is rung. Darrius King, Bruce James, here we go. Both men just feeling each other out, locking up center of the ring. It's Darrius King with a little bit of the size advantage over Bruce James, backing him into the corner. And we get a clean break. Both men now locking up once again, center of the ring. And once again, oh wait, Bruce James reversing it, and now he's got Darrius King in the corner. And we get another clean break. Both men now locking up for a third time, and it's Darrius King taking Bruce James to the mat. Bruce James, though, countering with a head scissor. And now Bruce James taking Darrius King down to the mat. Side headlock. Darrius King breaking it with a head scissor. What an even match we have here. The one thing I will say is, as thorough as the referee was on Bruce James, hopefully she was just as thorough with the gloves of Darrius King. Darrius King now dropping down. Bruce James, oh, what a leapfrog by Darrius King. But Bruce James puts on the brakes. Bruce James now charging. Darrius King stepping aside. Bruce James, though, sunset flip. Can he get Darrius King over? Oh, but he rolled out of the way just in the nick of time. And it's Darrius King dodging the drop kick. Darrius King charging hard into the corner. Bruce James now charging. Darrius King up and over, showing the agility. Bruce James taking Darrius King taking Bruce James down. What agility out of Darrius King there. Darrius King charging, runs right into a boot by Bruce James. Bruce James now. From the middle rope, crossbody! Referee up to 2, and Darrius King kicks out. Oh, misses wildly with that kick. Bruce James, both men Both men know each other like the back of their hands here. Once again locking up. No, Darrius King going for the legs. But it's Bruce James powering out. Oh, Darrius King walks right into an elbow. Bruce James now once again slingshotting off the middle rope. But Darrius King rolling out of the way. And a kick right to the back of the head. Bruce James might be out here. Darrius King, oh, just a 2, and he can't believe it. Darrius King with a right and left, just throwing everything at Bruce James. What an uppercut. Bruce James down, Darrius King cover, doesn't hook the leg, doesn't get the victory. Both of these men, the pride of the Super Kick training facility, and you can see why. Both of these men, toe-to-toe in the center of the ring, and it's Bruce James with those uppercuts. Shoots Darrius King into the ropes. Oh, but it's Darrius King now. Oh, ducking the clothesline. Bruce James, wait, side suplex by Darrius King. Hooks the leg this time for the win, but it's Bruce James kicking out. And Bruce James in some considerable pain here. Referee asking Bruce if he's okay. Darrius King doesn't care. He just wants to inflict more punishment on Bruce James, slamming him right to the mat. Vicious. Darrius King now going over to the corner. Oh, Darrius King now off the middle rope, but the pool was empty. Bruce James rolling out of the way, and it was just a belly flop by Darrius King. Both men struggling to get to their feet here. Bruce James favoring his lower back, and Darrius King just seeing stars at the moment. Both men back to their feet at the count of 5. But wait, Bruce James still on one knee. Countering with an uppercut. Bruce James enziguri, rocking Darrius King. Bruce James now setting up Darrius King. What a suplex, up and over goes Darrius King. Bruce James now charging. Darrius King counters, and Bruce James now on the ring apron. Big right hand. Bruce James now slingshotting himself back in the ring, corkscrew uppercut. Hooks the leg to put away Darrius King. Just a 2. Darrius King showing the fight and the desire here. And it's Bruce James now, out of the corner. Super kick, counter by Darrius King. Spinning Bruce James around, Darrius King ducking a clothesline. Driving Bruce James right to the mat. But Bruce James just kicking the shoulder out. Darrius King now hits the ropes. Oh, misses with that scissor kick. Roll up by Bruce James. He's got Darrius King up and over. Bruce James has done it! And he's in shock right now. I don't think Darrius King can believe it, and neither does Bruce James. And Bruce James can't believe it. Talking to his squeegee. Bruce James, unbelievable, defeats Darrius King. We'll see you all again next week for more Unlisted!